Oh, hello. I guess you can see what we're about to do here. We have a K&N cold air kit for our Dodge. Here's the part number. I went with K&N because that's just what I felt like would be the best. And I'm not going to do much of a before. You've already driven your truck on the before. You know what it sounds like. You know what kind of mileage you're getting. I'm going to see what kind of improvements that this will get. And we're going to, I'll share with you, I guess, my overall improvement gap. I'll do my best to be as honest as possible. This truck does not get good fuel mileage, but I treat it like it's trying to. So I think this is a pretty quick install. So we're going to slap this in and go from there. We're going to see what we get, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, I'm just guessing here, but I think the only tools we're going to need are a couple screwdrivers. That's just what I think I read. So I'm probably wrong, but I have other tools close by. And something to cut the extra weather stripping with. So I got some cutters. So step one, cut a hole in the box. All right, welcome to a better view. I'll start over. I unplugged this. I think you mash this in and pull it out. So we're going to do that together and see what happens. Okay, you push this clip down. It kind of flattens out on top. And then it slides right off of there. Just like that. Pop these clips loose. If you use a screwdriver, you won't hurt your hand. I recommend that. Get that plug out of the way. Loosen this here little fancy screw on this hose clamp. I was just thinking the other day, I'm gonna check my air filter and replace it. Probably. And I checked it, but it doesn't look that bad. I think I'm just gonna spend $500 on a cold air intake instead. So that's what I did. So we'll have this handy for later in case we decide to make it stock again. Maybe whenever the K&N filter needs to be cleaned, we'll just put this back on. Just drag all of our parts up here with us. There's our seal. We're just gonna stick that there for now. This is one of the things I've been really excited about with this. Is this supposed to just seal down onto here? I say seal. Yeah, hooks on like that. And just clips on. Like that. I kind of wish it had a seal on the bottom, and it doesn't. But it's still kind of cool. It's different, interesting. 3 big hose clamps, 1 little hose clamp. Sure looks to me like the little hose clamp goes right here in the only place you could have a little hose clamp. Put that right there. This will bolt on the inside of that with this boot going between these two. Run down snugged up. I'm not going to tighten the hose clamp yet. I'm going to mash that one in there and then just force this in. You can reach inside of here and push it out. Yeah, okay. So it works just fine to put the box on first. I really didn't want to be the guy who was worried about if this sounded good or not, but now I'm really wanting it to sound good. Okay, here's our old air box. I'm going to take a pocket screwdriver. I'm going to get right underneath this little plastic tab without breaking it, to where you can unscrew it just like that. And now this should just pull right out. Just like that. Ta-da! I'm going to keep in mind too that this tab was pointing towards the intake manifold. So the airflow should be moving this way across this. I'm going to line all these up together. Pull this rubber hair off the excess. None of these parts are a snug fit. They're all kind of loose until you get the clamps going. That's just something to think about. And put the grommet in down here. The grommet is in. This little tab, the locking tab, we're going to have it faced towards the throttle body. So the air will flow through it like this. And we put grease on our sealing area. Way down there, away from the actual sensor part. Stand up on my tire. I can kind of see what I'm doing. And that's in. It's in, Flynn. And plug it in. Okay, cool. We're plugged in and sealed there, plugged in and sealed down there. We need to now plug this hole. This must be like a California hole or something, because we didn't need it for anything else. So we'll get that up there. It gets the little screws. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. We don't need it anymore. Smaller Allen, 3mm. Whoa. Now we're going to see how well this stuff goes on. Make sure you mash these corners down real good, because they want to try to ride way up. Just like that. Okay, with zero trimming of our weather strip, we got that all the way on. Okay, time to fire it up. Look for engine codes or cool sounds it makes. I have pretty good audio in place here, and it is so quiet that you can't hear it at all. So we're gonna have to do our sound test really while we're driving. Well, let's pull out on the highway. See how she sounds. Easy there, hold on. Put it under a load, it'll make a little noise, you can hear it, but otherwise it's pretty quiet. So you put your foot in it, you can hear it sucking some air, but overall it's quiet and tame. Yeah, just a light load, makes a little more noise. Yeah, any kind of load you can recognize that you've got it. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. And I'll tell you too that this is not actually the initial start after the install. I've had it on there for a couple months, and I recommend it. I give it a thumbs up. It's not real easy these days to just buy a part and bolt it on and get an improvement, really. That's too significant. This adds just enough more power that I don't feel like it wants to downshift as frequently for a slight increase in load. I would say that I'm averaging a little better fuel mileage. Maybe as optimistic as 1 whole mile per gallon average with this. I think it sounds better, but doesn't sound all loud and obnoxious. So yeah, overall, I give it a positive review on fitment quality and actual practical use. Yeah, you may can hear it. I think it sounds pretty good. Well, as always, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. It's getting warmer here in Texas, and I plan on having some more content out soon. It's finally warm enough to film, and the camera batteries don't all want to go dead, and it's not crazy windy. And so thanks for coming to see us, and we look forward to seeing you again.